Touch of gloves, we are underway. Southpaw Sanchez. Gonzalez takes the center of the octagon. Mixing up kicks early, a hard right hand there by Sanchez, and Pearl initiates the clinch. Trying to go for a throw is Gonzalez, but the black belt and BJJ trying to roll through it.
And that head and arm throw, one of the dangers of that is that your opponent can slip and take your back there. You can see Sanchez is trying now to crawl over to the back. She's trying to get a hook in around Pearl's left arm. Pearl's turning into her. She's got her pinned on the fence, but you can see Sanchez is still working to get foot hooks in. A lot of hair in the face, which has got to be a little bit irritating.
Gonzalez able to get in the guard now of Sanchez. Sanchez looking to get back to her feet.
And yep, Pearl pulls her down by connecting her hands and just kind of sliding through. There's some blood on the canvas. I don't know if that's already been there. I can't really see their face. I can't see Pearl's face very well. Sanchez looks unblemished so far. She's trapping Pearl's head and keeping it down to avoid ground and pound there.
We talk about the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt of Brogan Sanchez. For Pearl, does she want to put Sanchez into the fence or allow her that space to move?
Well, I think Sanchez would be able to, she's got kind of the tool set to use either one, but if I were Pearl, I would get her somewhere where I can pin her heavy, enact heavy damage, have her try for a submission or a sweep, and then just get to my feet. I like the way she's putting her knee, or she's attempting to use her knee to pin Sanchez's right hand, because Sanchez is using that kind of as a hook to create space. Good short little elbow there.
2 minutes down here in this first round.
And Pearl's got to be careful. When she threw that elbow, she kind of overextended there, and once that elbow gets past the center line, it does allow for more control and the possibility of a submission. I like the way she's pinning the head and kind of having it pushed away from the torso, though. Makes it hard to move your body when your neck's pinned in an awkward position.
Feet on the hips there by Sanchez, able to push off and get back to her feet. Another throw by Gonzalez. This one executed much better than the first go-around.
And Pearl Gonzalez has excellent jiu-jitsu and excellent throws. Those aren't my flavor of throws necessarily, but she does them extremely well. She's very committed to them, and she has the the scrambling ability to get out if it doesn't go her way. Now she's pinned up against the cage, and Sanchez is kind of creating space, trying to find a way to put damage on her.
Going back to your question earlier, I think the nose may be bloodied of Pearl Gonzalez.
Oh, nice elbow.
Elbow there now. Gonzalez trying to get in for another throw there. Sanchez putting the pressure on, making space and launching some beautiful strikes.
And it's really smart of Sanchez to be on the inside like that. That inside line where she's got the plum. She's yanking the head around and looking for ways to strike from there. And Pearl's walking around to the side, trying to pick up that leg. Now she's trying to pick up both legs. Sanchez is putting pressure on the head to cross face and get out. Oh, and her balance is gone. Nicely
done there by Pearl Gonzalez. Pushing the head away is Sanchez, trying to make some space and pop back up. Very relentless with that takedown attempt, and the effort paid off for Pearl Gonzalez.
It did, and I like the way she's wrapping around the legs and she's trying to create a long, kind of stiff position on Sanchez to make it hard for her to get on an edge, to turn and bring kind of an elbow to a knee for escape purposes. I love the drive too, like the way Pearl's driving kind of forward with her feet as she's moving there. That's smart.
The right arm of Pearl Gonzalez was kind of trapped under the body of Sanchez, and she gets it free now. She was actually using it to have a 2-on-1 on that right arm.
She's got to be careful right here to keep her hands to the inside, kind of keep them from being overextended.
Final 10 seconds of this opening round.
Nice pin there. I like those elbows that Sanchez is throwing to the top of the head that can create a lot of blood. But Pearl's doing a really nice job of saying pressure on if that damage is going to emerge again, or that damage attempt is going to emerge more in the clinch.
Round 2 underway here in our main event. Flyweights, Pearl Gonzalez, Brogan Sanchez.
Sanchez is circling to her left, which is into the power side of Gonzalez.
See an effort here thus far in this early part of the second round to kickbox at range.
Yeah, they're still kind of trying to measure out where they can get those hard strikes without clinching up. Nicely done. They're both kicking at the same time, and it's not really doing much to the other, but there's a nice interruption there with the angle of Sanchez's kick so that Pearl's doesn't go all the way through.
Kick answered by a right hand from Sanchez. Both these women, I think, trying to find the rhythm on when to throw and try to find a target. And applying that right hand to Sanchez.
Yeah, I think some more inside leg kicks would be useful. Because it doesn't seem as though, these kind of one-shot hits that are missing don't seem to be helping them progress or move forward to like a double jab.
Gonzalez definitely aggressive with these push kicks. Sanchez tries to land one of her own.
And Sanchez will begin a kick or begin a punch even while the other one has been throwing. So like she'll throw a punch and a kick will be coming, or she'll throw a kick and then her punch, before her foot is on the ground, she's throwing, she's throwing again. That's kind of unnerving. It's hard to see when you're the opponent because it's hard to track what's coming from where. She has a very unpredictable way of placing her attacks.
Hard punching combination by Sanchez, but doesn't find a home. Nice right hand by Gonzalez. Past the halfway point of our main event. The ladies really loading up, not setting up, not a lot of shots to get a reaction and then come with a harder shot. Would you like to see that change at all here?
Yeah, I mean, I think we need some fakes and feints. We need some combinations because otherwise it's mostly the air getting beaten up, TJ, and both of them are very capable strikers in their own way. I think they're cautious and not committing because each knows the other has the ability to counter hard. Nice teep there. It may be just that both are trying to avoid the clinch right now, but ooh, very nicely done.
Sanchez kick landed to the back of the leg there of Gonzalez.
Yeah, and I think they're both fairly good counter strikers too, so they're kind of waiting for the hit that they can hit off of, and you saw that in Sanchez's low kick.
Now into the clinch goes Gonzalez, trying to get that throw. Sanchez able to counter it, ends up in top position. Gonzalez still has a hold of her head.
And I can't see the angle of Sanchez's hands. It's a little bit of a better camera angle, but yeah, but she's trying to push to that mount. She's keeping her left leg out for a base in case Pearl tries to do something explosive. She does have that arm kind of pinned up against, or the shoulder pinned against the cage.
Gonzalez trying to use the fence to walk and maybe get a scramble going.
And in doing so, it looks like she's given up her back. Not fully. You can see she's still turning, but she needs to turn all the way through. Yep.
And she does, nicely done by Pearl Gonzalez. Now in the guard here of the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt and Brogan Sanchez. 30 seconds left to work in the round.
And Sanchez is trapping her head, but not doing anything with her legs quite yet, not climbing them up. Pearl's getting her posture back and trying to get that big, heavy ground and pound. Sanchez has grabbed over the head. I think she's trying to isolate the right arm with her left fingers. Doesn't look like she's successful right there. and she's turning her hip. Oh.
10 minutes in the books here between these flyweights.
Sanchez would try to get to the inside and really control on the inside, especially clinch stuff. She was doing very well in the clinch in some of the earlier exchanges, but
final 5 minutes of the
just
action
running
is picked
right
up
in
here
there
to start the third. I don't think either of these ladies can feel comfortable about where the scorecards are standing. We see Brogan Sanchez now pushing Gonzalez into the fence.
And she's got the double underhooks. You can see Gonzalez around, like wrapping around the head, looking either for that head and arm throw, or it looks like she was going for an up elbow. Pushing against the face. Nice little elbow there.
Force Sanchez to disengage and go back to space. Pearl able to circle off the fence. Now Gonzalez initiates the clinch.
Yeah, she just kind of ran in for that one. She's got that underhook, and Sanchez is digging to get that position back. So she has, Sanchez is in double underhooks. And Pearl's pressing on her head. Her feet are pretty close together right there.
Combination of punches lands for Pearl Gonzalez.
And those look hard. I really liked doubling up on the right hand there. That's a successful technique for her. And again, it's just like the kick and the punch like right afterwards for Sanchez. It's hard to track that.
Now back into the clinch. Trying to angle off that head of Sanchez for a knee is Gonzalez.
Yeah, and that's a really smart thing to do. Push that head away, create space right there. It's distracting, and it makes your opponent have to focus. You know, having your head pushed away, you have to focus on getting back your control. Pearl's throwing those nice little knees to the inside of the thigh, and Sanchez is returning now. Nice rip around there to get Pearl's back to the cage.
In this close fight, every second that you're controlling your opponent on the fence could be the factor if this fight goes the full 15 minutes. Now Gonzalez lowering her elevation for a takedown, but Sanchez wise to it. Nice knee to the body.
Now, I really like the way she's using her head and she's using her arm to kind of pin. Oh, those elbows might, well, on the ref cover. Nice slam there.
Beautifully done by Pearl Gonzalez.
So as Gonzalez was setting up that double leg, it looked as though Sanchez was throwing those downward elbows. I don't know if the ref called her for that or not, but now Gonzalez was able still to get that beautiful double leg.
12-6 elbows, referee's discretion. John McCarthy says they're a myth.
Well, I think they exist, but for damage, I understand what you mean. Now, look at the way on the ground, actually, that 12-6 elbow works quite well when it's a 3-9. You can push on the head, and I think Sanchez was trying to do a couple of those, but Pearl was pushing in again, really putting pressure on her and forcing her backward. From here, Sanchez has the opportunity to twist her hips, but she's got to get the right opening there for it. There's some room for her to maneuver, but it doesn't, yeah, it seems like Pearl's just extremely strong, extremely balanced right there.
Touch under 90 seconds left in the fight. Pearl Gonzalez in the closed guard here. Brogan Sanchez. Left hand to the body.
I think Sanchez is trying to set up a triangle there with the pressure on the head and the arm. Pearl gets her posture. Nice.
Doubling up on that left elbow. Right hand by Gonzalez. .60 seconds remain. Really loading up on these shots on the floor is Pearl Gonzalez.
Yeah, she frees her wrists and then uses the other kind of trap to yank out and slam over the top.
You can feel the momentum moving into the corner of Pearl Gonzalez here. Touch over 30 seconds.
And Sanchez is kind of, she's not using her hips quite enough. She's putting her feet on the hips to try and create space and an active scramble. Nice, back up on her feet, and Pearl's right in there attempting the double leg again. Oh.
Sanchez has this body lock.
She does, you know, Pearl tried for the head and arm choke again, or head and arm trip again, I'm sorry, and wasn't able to get that, and it gave Sanchez some momentum there. And now it's just kind of digging in. It's about digging in on that inside and overwhelming, trying to keep Pearl from getting real damage on those strikes.
15 minutes in the books between Brogan Sanchez and Pearl Gonzalez.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we go to the scorecards. All three judges saw it the same, 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, Pearl Chi-Town Princess Gonzalez.
A unanimous decision goes the way of Pearl Gonzalez.